Marvel Zombies, for those of you who haven't watched the show yet, ends on a cliffhanger. Massive spoilers ahead. The world of Marvel Zombies is not a very bright world. It's not a world that has any hope left in it. The comics play it different, drastically different. But the animated series, it's dark, it's depressing. By the time the series ends, everyone I'd been rooting for, all the people I'd come to know over the past 4 episodes, they die. Very often, very pointlessly. And the final survivor, Miss Marvel, is trapped in some sort of zombie mind dream that Wanda's zombie self has cooked up. We ended the series on a cliffhanger, a great cliffhanger as far as cliffhangers go, but a cliffhanger. The chances of us getting a second season of this show are slim, very slim. Then why the hell did they end the series on a cliffhanger? I've read my fair share of Marvel comics. Spider-Man swinging from wall to wall, the Hulk escaping authorities trying to arrest him, Captain America smashing old Nazi villains, the X-Men fighting the world that hates them, and even some Fantastic Four punching holes through the universe. But these are all stories of the A-list heroes. The characters who appear in Marvel Zombies, Miss Marvel, Ironheart, Shang-Chi, Yelena, her father, all these characters, I barely know these characters. I've thumbed through a comic or two about these characters, and the rest of it I picked up from the Marvel films or TV shows. So it was hard for me to like this show right off the bat. It was hard, but I eventually got into it. I liked the animations. The characters started to grow on me. The stories were disconnected. The characters in it were scattered, but the story still hooked me in. I teared up a little when Kate Bishop died. I cheered on as Thor smashed through Wanda's forces. I grew to like the series. And then they pulled the rug out from under me. The series ends with a cliffhanger, and I just couldn't bring myself to like the show anymore. Add to the fact that none of the big guns showed up, none of the Avengers or Marvel's A-list heroes really plays any sort of central role in the series. I know I said Thor was in the show, but he's barely there. The series left me disappointed. Maybe the show would have had some teeth to it if they brought in some of the big guns, the original heroes like Captain America, Spider-Man, Wolverine, maybe the Thing from the Fantastic Four, Iron Man maybe. And they didn't even have to shell out too much money for A-list voices. This is a new universe after all. All they had to do was hire actors who are half as decent at their jobs. They'd be the voices for all these new heroes in this new universe. There's also the deaths. Random deaths that happen to people who we know are not as incapable as they've been shown in this show. Deaths that felt completely out of character. Shang-Chi's old man, for example. He could have given up his rings and still Shaolin Kung Fu'd his way out of that zombie horde. But no. He gave up his rings and waited for the zombies to come chew him up. Yelena's mother was another one. She had a tablet that controlled zombies. More importantly, she had doors that would keep the zombies away from our escaping heroes, herself included, for a very long time. Instead, she pushes a few buttons on her tablet and lets that spear kill her. People in this world are stupid, suicidally so. That or the writers were too drunk that day and forgot how common sense worked. Look, I've been giving the show a hard time, but I enjoyed the show quite a bit. The ending left a bad taste in my mouth, but I enjoyed the show. The show featured some pretty neat visuals, like when Kamala runs away from zombie Carol Danvers' energy blasts that rain down from the sky. That was intense. It was a nail-biting sequence. Or the scene in which Shang-Chi and Katie run through the streets while all hell breaks loose around them. Giant bugs, giant zombies raining down from the skies. It was all pretty epic. It's also nice seeing Kate Bishop in the Marvel Universe again, even though she feels nothing like Kate Bishop from the TV show. Just like she didn't feel like Kate Bishop from the TV show in What If. It was still fun seeing her. And zombie Namor was such a wrecking ball, tearing through Zemo's pseudo-utopian submarine. It was really fun seeing him tear down everything Zemo was throwing at him. The final battle had kick to it too. It ended with me feeling cheated because of the ending, but it had kick. I don't know why I keep repeating that the ending was hollow and I didn't like it. I've said it so many times already, so I'm going to shut up now about it. There's this scene towards the end, the one where Spider-Man rips off a bunch of zombie heads and flies past the horde, and that scene is pretty epic, no doubt about it. But the scene that stuck with me, that was another scene. Again at the end, again in the final battle, the one in which Spider-Man webs giant Ant-Man's hands and he starts hitting the giant with his own hand. Funniest damn thing the show has thrown at us. Hilarious. Look, when you stack it all up, It's a decent show. It's a decent show with huge gaping flaws too huge to ignore. So I didn't like it. This is pointless. I keep talking in circles. So I'm going to stop now and I'm going to stare at something shiny that'll make me forget. Bye-bye.